Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. As you are now well aware, the election results have been called for both the House and the Senate. And I'm thankful to say that there was no blue wave over America. And unfortunately, there was no red wave over America either. The Democrats have seized control of our House and the Republicans have maintained control over the Senate. Now, the question that I want to address in today's broadcast is how on earth did the Democrats get control of the House? And my answer is simply this: mass brainwashing and manipulation via the mainstream media, manipulating the minds of the people listening. And second, social media censoring all of us into oblivion where our news isn't even getting out. In yesterday's report, I proved how there was a ton of interference in the election because of the fact that they are closing down Facebook groups left and right and calling election meddling, all the while allowing the left to thrive. Well, in today's report, I'm going to show you even more meddling in our U.S. election and what the Democrats plan to do in the very near future. But before I get into it, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner here at historicsilvercoins.com. This thing is amazing. And this one that I have goes back to 1886, but it's the Morgan coin and it's authentic. It is the real deal. And these are now on sale at historicsilvercoins.com. It's a great bartering tool and a great thing to have on hand in case push comes to shove. There is silver in this as well. You can get $5 off using the code LISA. So check that out in the description box below. All right. So I warned you and told you that I'm going to prove that election interference is happening. Well, the first thing that I want to show you comes from Project Veritas. James O'Keefe and his entire group have been phenomenal about exposing some of the corruption from the Democrats, from the DNC, from all of the corruption in which they are doing. Well, their latest fate comes from yesterday during the election. They actually went to polls and proved that specifically some in Texas get illegal persons voting often and all the time, and that they allow them to vote. Take a listen.
Pam, I just had a question because so let's say my boyfriend's out in the car, and he's just really nervous because he's a DACA recipient. He was able to register though.
He's trying to see if she's in the system.
Well, no, he is in the system,
okay.
But he knows that, like, I don't know, there's like an issue with DACA people voting.
No, we got a lot of them.
Got a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From the early voter, we had tons of
DACA voters.
Thank you.
Okay.
Get him.
All right, we'll do. He just needs his ID, right?
That's it.
All right.
License is good.
And it doesn't matter that he's innocent. Okay.
There you have it. That's a poll worker in Texas admitting that they allow illegal citizens to cast their vote. And there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them in the early ballots. Someone needs to do an investigation, and I believe there is a senator in Texas looking into that. Thankfully, we need to start taking action and taking our country back for who lives in America and who are U.S. citizens. But listen, it's not only happening with illegal immigrants, there's also problems with the machines themselves. Check out this report. This one's on thesun.co.uk. Poll chaos. People claim old and broken machines flipped their midterm vote in front of their eyes. Here's another from Infowars.com. Voting machine break across the country. At least 43 states use obsolete voting machines. Now, here's a tweet straight from Fox News Research actually admitting it. And it says 41 states use computerized voting machines that are over 10 years old. And the other says 43 states and DC use polling machine models no longer made. But you see, it's not just flipping of machines and machines mysteriously breaking. How about election engineering as well? Check out this report. This is on Infowars.com. Illegal vote straight Democrat sign posted at a polling station in Pittsburgh. Now, there is a violation of law. Only so many feet are these things allowed from a polling station. This one was illegal because it was within that distance. Here's another. Infowars.com. Busted Democrat candidate caught electioneering within 100 feet of the polling location. Now, that is just a very small portion of the amount of election fraud that is out there right now. The other thing that happened and was stealthily done under the radar, I proved it in yesterday's report. I don't want to recover all that. But from yesterday to today, I know at least 5 to 6 other groups that were silenced and taken off air during the election. And the note that was said beneath it is that they were meddling in the election, even though there was no election meddling going on. But because they had a more conservative, nationalist political view, they were deleted from the internet. Yesterday, I went on to look up polling results on the internet. And of course, Google puts first and foremost the New York Times. If you looked on the internet and you were on the Google search engine, you got nothing but like 4 or 5 New York Times articles before running into any other report. Then you got NBC, ABC, CNN as the next few, and way down the road, then you would get Fox News. I had to physically plug Fox News in order to get what Fox News was doing, who lately ticks me off and has gone real south with what they did to Sean Hannity by telling Sean Hannity he's not allowed to attend a Trump rally. I have a lot of words. I won't say them on here, but that just upsets me. That's a side note. But here's the thing. In order to get real election results and the truth of what's going on, you have to go to websites like mine, like Next News Network, like InfoWars, like Drudge Report, like Breitbart, because they are not telling you the facts with the mainstream media. And those Google censors are pushing us way down where we're not even there. That is called election meddling. They accuse us of that, but yet here they are pushing us to the bottom of the barrel and pushing up all leftist media. I'm so sick and tired of it. I am sick of it. And they're going to continue to do this. And mind you, with the Democrats in power, it is very likely that it's going to get far worse. But you know what? I'm happy that Democrats didn't get their freaking blue wave. And we're going to prevent it from happening in the future. And the only way we can do that is if you share reports and channels like mine. If not mine, go to someone else who has at least given you the truth of the matter, and tell your friends what CNN, MSNBC, and ABC are doing. Please prove it to them. Let them know. But want to know the truth? Trump actually, I believe, came out as a winner when you compare it to the national average. Here's what I'm talking about. Check out this report from Breitbart.com. Trump's Republicans beat historic average for midterm election. It goes on to say this. A recent analysis of historical trends in midterm elections noted over the past 28 midterm elections since 1906, the president's party lost about 30 House seats and 4 Senate seats on average. President Donald Trump's Republican Party was projected to lose between 25 to 35 seats as of 1 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, right around the historic average. Moreover, Trump and the GOP were projected to gain, and they did, at least 4 seats in the Senate, which defies history altogether. That, I believe, is a victory as compared to the historic average. And guess who was one of the worst historically? Barack Obama. He lost a lot during his time in office, a lot of seats. For Trump to do what he did was better than the average. That is a huge point to take. So what do Democrats intend to do with their power? Do they intend to actually help America and build up America? No. Actually, their whole campaign is about attacking Trump. Check out this report from the Economic Collapse blog, Michael Schneider. Now that America has given the crazies control of the House, they plan to hit Trump with a wave of subpoenas. Apparently, they care not about the American people. All they want to do is get out a nationalist candidate, Trump. They want to attack the man who is building up and helping America's economy. That's it. They don't care about our economy. They don't care about what's happening in America. They don't care about you. They just want Trump taken out. And I believe they're going to stop at nothing. They talk about subpoenas for Russia, subpoenas for his tax returns, subpoenas for just this long list of things. It's insane. And Trump has obviously fought back saying, well, you go there, we'll fight back as our party, issuing similar things to their parties. So you got those threats coming from each side. But what are the Democrats really about? They're not Democrats. We got socialists now, Castro or whatever her name is in California. I'm blanking, but she is now in as a socialist candidate. Somebody who spreads the wealth around and makes everyone poor. That's what socialism does. Look at Venezuela. But the Democrats plan to push a globalist agenda. That is why their number one target is President Trump. And that's why they care not for the American people, because they're out to push globalism. They don't care about you. They want to push and continue giving money to the United Nations, grow the UN, who you and I have no say over, and allow that to thrive in our country, because they sold themselves out to foreigners. They sold themselves out to the New World Order. They sold themselves out to the upper ranks and secret societies that don't even care about America. Number one agenda on the Democrats, Trump, not America. Number one agenda, globalism, and attack patriots, conservatives, gun owners, and the like. This is your warning for what's coming for the year. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Please leave them below. And if you like what you heard, subscribe to the channel and subscribe to my backup channel. It's also titled Lisa Haven. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to both. It's all in the description box below. And if you want to check me out, I also now have a podcast. I haven't made a real big official announcement about it yet, but for those of you who hang on to the end of the video, it's called Red Alert. So if you get on, you can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Google Play. It's also available on both of those, at least right now, and I believe eventually on Spotify, considering they don't start removing us in mass. But for now, I do have a podcast, and I'm posting about once a week. So check that out at Red Alert, and you can get it on any of those iTunes or Google Play. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.